Premium content is one of the most powerful digital assets and marketing strategies you can use to drastically increase the value of your business, generate uber qualified leads, and rapidly increase the sales conversion time with your customers and clients. So to understand this, first of all, we have to get inside the mind of a consumer in the current marketplace. Now, specifically when it comes to several $100 or $1,000 purchases, a consumer has to tick several boxes in their mind before they're prepared to hand over that sort of money. And what are those boxes they have to tick? First one is they have to have a connection. So think about the last time you made a large purchasing decision and the company that you bought it from. What were the steps in the process that led to the point where you're able to hand over that money? Now, the connection doesn't necessarily have to be with the brand or company itself. It can be with an individual or person inside the company. So the goal of content is to help increase that social proof and connection with the brand or people inside the business, which leads to the next box we need to tick, which is trust. The consumer needs to believe and feel that your solutions and your offers are going to solve their biggest problems. And once they believe that, there's no objection about whether the product or service is going to work. Therefore, they're fully confident to move forward. Now, the third one is desire. They have to have enough desire. The value has to exceed the price, so they actually exchange the money rather than keep it in their pocket. A lot of people blame a lot of other things when their sales process isn't working, but I can guarantee you there's a lack of connection, a lack of trust, or a lack of desire. Any one of those three, that's why people aren't moving forward. And content is the conduit that actually closes this gap. Because what content does is it actually gives them results in advance. So it educates them, solves their problems, builds this connection, shows them solutions prior to them actually doing a transaction with your business. Now, when someone has received value prior to spending money, it actually eliminates the objections because all of them go out the window. Things like price become irrelevant because they already know the solution is going to work for them and they wouldn't look elsewhere because the other businesses that you're competing with haven't built the trust and connection and desire at the same level that you have. So you're no longer getting price shopped, you're no longer having to discount, you can actually move forward with great customers that are likely to talk and rave about you on social media and also refer other great customers to you and move forward paying in full in a lot of cases and happily doing it, making your job, the team's job, the sales people's job a hell of a lot easier. So how do we do content right that it actually has this impact? So the first thing we need to understand is there's ingredients to content that makes it have this effect. And I use what's called the Rev Formula. So R stands for relevancy. So if you create content that's relevant and talks to the audience's problems, that's what's going to pull them in and actually go, yes, I'm going to read this content piece or consume this content because it's talking to me. If it's not relevant, people move on and scroll past it. Number two, the E is entertaining. So there has to be a narrative, a storytelling element in some cases to actually draw people in to get through the content and take the message away from that. And the V in Rev is for value. So they have to feel like they got a value exchange from actually taking the time to consume that piece of content. Now, when you do those three things with a content piece, you get engagement, you get interaction, and another word for those are prospects and opportunities for customers. Now, in today's marketplace, if you're creating content and it's just a few sentences and a photo and you're posting it, all you're really doing is annoying your audience. One, they're probably going to ignore it. Or number two, which is far worse, they're going to unfollow, move on, and probably never come back again. So by doing high frequencies of poor content, you're actually doing your business a massive disservice. You're actually much better pulling that back, focusing on high quality. So anywhere anyone looks on a social media platform, they're getting a value exchange. And that'll put you miles and miles ahead of the competition and make you really stand out. The next component that we need to think about is organic content is great. However, it's going to get a very small reach on social media unless it goes viral, which is very rare and very unlikely in most cases. So what we can do to put content on steroids is put a little bit of boosting power behind it. So it doesn't have to be a lot of money, but if you put $5, $10 behind a content piece and put it in front of the right eyes, your ideal clients that are the best fit to transact with you and have the problems that we're talking about when it comes to relevancy and all those areas, then you're going to be able to grow the engagement, you're going to be able to grow the reach, and you're going to be able to educate more people, which in turn leads to more prospects, more leads, and ultimately more sales.